You are going to create a work of art using the images you took of the plants and the images that you took of the textures. Here we go. Go ahead and open one of the images that you took of the plants within Photopea. So in order to do that, you're going to go ahead and click on Open from Computer, find that image. Hopefully it's placed within your digital photography folder. Once it's opened, start editing your photo the way that you want it to look. I am going to go ahead and go to my adjustment layers, which is this circle that's half white, half black. And I'm going to select my curves. Within curves, I'm going to create an S curve using this diagonal line. I'm going to click on this upper right hand side and bring it towards my upper left. And I'm going to click on this part of the line and bring it down just a tad, just like that. Then I am going to go ahead and select from the adjustment layers. I'm going to select hue and saturation. And within this window, I am going to select the master. And then I am going to click on this slider and move it all the way to 20. Now, if it doesn't go exactly where I want it to go, I can always type in the number and it'll take me right there. Next, I'm going to go to that drop-down menu and select green because all I want is to saturate the green colors within this photo. And I'm also going to move it to 20. So I'm going to type in 20, enter. And in order to see the before and after, what you can do is click on this eye. And if you click on it, it'll turn off that layer. That way you can see the before and after. You can do the same thing with the other layer or any layers that you adjust. Now, in order to remove this window that is open, you're going to go to this button. And once you click on it, it disappears. Next, I am going to go ahead and open up the photo with the pattern. So I'm going to go to File, Open and Place, and I'm going to select that pattern that I want to use. And when I bring it in, it's going to open up that photo within another window. And what I need to do is I need to copy this by selecting Control C. And then if you notice right on the top left, I can see the other window, but it's not visible since it's not highlighted. I'm going to go ahead and click on that and it'll take me to that photo. And here, once that appears, I'm going to click Control V. When I press Control V, it's going to open up that pattern photo on the very top of my layer stack. We're going to work with the blending modes that's located right underneath layers. If you see this drop-down menu where it says normal, click on that. You have all these different blending modes. That's overlay, that's soft light, and I'm going to move to, I really like that soft light. And I'm going to stop here. Let's say I really like this, but I don't want this applied to the plant. Well, what I can do is I can add a vector mask, which is located down below, right next to that adjustment layer button. You're going to click on Add a Vector Mask. When you click on that, you'll see a white rectangle. Then you're going to go all the way to the left and select your paintbrush. Now make sure that you have the black paint selected because you'll be painting on the white canvas of that vector mask. So just so you can see the effects of this paintbrush, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the very top and change the size of my paintbrush. I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that number. Then I am going to go ahead and paint on top of this layer to remove that pattern. Now you can see that the photo underneath is coming through because I removed all that pattern that was on top of that layer. Now, if that is too harsh, what I can do is I can adjust the opacity here. So I can use this slider and move to the left, or if I go to the very top or inside the window, if I click within, I can go ahead and type the value that I want to select, and then I'm going to go ahead and paint here so you can see the difference. So the first one removed 100% of that pattern. This time I only removed 50%. So whatever you want to do, you can go ahead and take that paintbrush and start removing part of that pattern from your image. Now this one right here, because of all these little leaves, it's going to be a little time consuming. I can also change the size of my brush if I want to get into the detail of that photo. Now I'm going to go ahead and change this here because I'm going to pretend I'm done. But I want to go ahead and remove this, or if I made a mistake, what I can do is I can go back to this paintbrush area where I can select the color, and I'm going to switch it to white. Now when I do that, it is going to tell my vector mask that I want to paint it back to the original. I do want to make sure that my opacity is all the way to 100. And I'm going to go ahead and paint the areas that I removed. I'm going to paint over those areas. And there we go. So now that I'm done, all I need to do is I need to go to File, Export as JPEG. And remember, always start with your name. And we're going to call this patterned plants. And that is it. So you're going to save it and add it to your assignment. Have fun.